So we were saying Maya Yim had COVID. Yes, unfortunately, Mia Yim has tested positive for COVID. So what were you saying about Keith Lee, that he's probably not going to win the Rumble?
Yeah, no, well, he probably won't
Or
even be in the Rumble now
might
because
not be. Yeah,
What does
they
Keith
live
Lee
together.
have to do with me and Yim?
they're
they live
dating in real
together.
life.
They're dating. They live together.
Oh,
They live and date in real life.
So
You know, wrestlers and women's wrestlers in real life date sometimes. Apparently, that's insane to me. I don't get why they would be so foolish. But you know, what do I know?
Okay, I didn't know that, but that.
So yeah, so if anybody had him in your office pool for him winning the Rumble, yeah, that's part. You might want to make that change of that pick now. Just saying.
I think it should be either Cesaro or Brian or Shinsuke, one of those three. I really want Cesaro to go over because
I would love that. I don't think he will. But
I think it might either be Brian or Big E for SmackDown.
Nah, I love Big E, but I think Bryan or Nakamura is a better pick for that. I'm not discrediting Big E. Like, Big E's having one of the best runs of his career right now, and it's awesome that they're actually giving him, like how Kofi had that push a couple years ago. I'm happy that Big E's getting a comparable push now.
It's just the only thing I don't like is everybody made it seem like, oh, Big E couldn't get this push unless he left New Day. Kofi had the push when he was with the New Day, and it was fine. It was it was great. So I don't understand why Big E couldn't have gotten the same thing. That's my only.
Because the New Day the only problem with Big E with that. I get it though. I think it might have been time to change things up a bit because the New Day's been together for years. Why not change shit up just a little? You know?
They stale. They stale.
Yeah, I seriously doubt they consider. In fact, they still sell tons of merchandise.
They do. It's ridiculous.
So does John Cena, but he's still stale anyway.
Yeah,
John Cena sucks.
You stop hating.
Cena sucks.
Oh my god, he doesn't even compete no more. You guys are still hating.
I saw a video with him with this really whack haircut. What the hell?
Regardless. He breathes. He sucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
okay.
but here's the thing, man.
If I had, but
good.
Oh my god.
Daniel Bryan said in the promo he's never won the Rumble before. So that shows me that storyline-wise, you say you've never won something before.
He's got a point.
I wonder which way.
I mean, you know, he came close. He almost won the greatest Royal Rumble, but then they had him get thrown out by Big Cass after he was in there for like the longest time ever by a guy who didn't win the Rumble.
And a guy who was gone like 3 months later.
Well, yeah, I mean,
listen. I'm not even gonna touch on the Big Cass stuff. That's a whole nother ball game of discussion.
We're supposed to have a rivalry, and that got cut, and that got killed.
Well, yeah.
But here's my thoughts. Yeah, I agree with you.
He still had the longest time because that greatest Royal, he was in the Royal longer than anybody who's never won it.
That's true. So what I will say is, I agree with you, Mr. Radio J.
RJ Show, yes.
Mr. RJ Show.
Now, if I had somebody was to ask me which Raw superstar I believe has the best chance of winning the Rumble, I'd have to go with AJ.
AJ Styles would be the most sensible on Raw. I think it's going to be a SmackDown. I'd be okay with it. I'd be happy if AJ Styles won. I think it's going to be a SmackDown guy, just because.
But I think out of all the Raw superstars, AJ's got the best chance of winning.
I agree. I would say top 5 potential people to win it. This is my. Actually, I'm gonna give it a. Let's say top 5. I'm gonna go with the top 5. The top 5 that I think have the potential to win it. Daniel Bryan, Nakamura. Mm-hmm. I don't think Cesaro's going to win, so I'm not going to say Cesaro, even though I want Cesaro to win it.
They're kind of pushing him there, though.
They are pushing him, but I don't think he's going to win the Rumble. If he does, I'll be really happy, and I'll be like amazed and like.
Probably won't. I think it's going to be Roman versus Bryan, to be honest.
Probably it's going to be Bryan. So my predictions: top 5 potential winners are going to be Bryan, Nakamura, AJ Styles. Actually, I'll throw in there. Sheamus, and as my dark horse, Bray Wyatt.
But Bray Wyatt is like heavily involved in this Randy Orton thing right now.
Right.
I can see. I can see Bray Wyatt's skills be coming back and screwing Randy Orton. Like somehow Randy does make it to like the Final 4, and Bray Wyatt screws him.
Or what they'll do is
that's true.
Or I think what they'll do is, or I can see them doing is, Bray Wyatt wins. He eventually beats McIntyre for the belt. Then that sets up to continue the Bray Wyatt Orton feud after the fact for the title. Because again,
which means Goldberg doesn't have a chance in hell to win. Thank you.
That's what I'm hoping.
Or
Goldberg wins. Wyatt
beats Goldberg.
Wyatt beats Goldberg, and then they go back to the Orton and Wyatt thing, and then you have the Edge and Orton thing with the belt. Because whatever.
Yeah, but now you killed.
I feel like whatever, and it's not a bias thing. It's just an observant way of wrestling thing right now. I feel like everything Orton has touched in the last year for feuds, they all need the title, like his storytelling feuds, like Edge and Orton. They're gonna eventually put the title on that. They should put the fucking title on Wyatt and Orton because it's the hottest thing. You should make the hottest angle for the title. McIntyre is amazing, but I feel like McIntyre became CM Punk in 2008. He ran through the whole roster. It's just like he's a guy on the card now with the belt. It's not even like he's doing anything with it. It's like he's a guy on the card with the belt. Like
no,
he had his run with. Now it's just
something though.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my predictions a little bit different from Chuck. Okay. Like what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my main pick from Raw, SmackDown. I'm going to do a wild card pick.
Okay.
All right. From SmackDown, my main pick be Daniel Bryan. My wild card be Big E. From Raw, my main pick would be AJ Styles. My wild card, Bobby Lashley.
All right, I can vibe with that.
I guess I gotta do one, right?
Wait, hold on, and then hold on. Let me get the women out the way. From SmackDown, Bianca Belair. Wild card, Bayley.
I can go with that. I kind of think of that too. And what about Raw?
From Raw, I would go with. I'm trying to think who's really big on Raw. Okay, I can see maybe this person winning it.
Sure.
Possibly yes. And then wild card, I would say after her performance last year in the Rumble, Shayna Baszler.
Who I'm also wild carding? All right, we're gonna do a wild card on the women's end. So I'm thinking Bliss for Raw or Bianca for SmackDown. I think the wild card is actually gonna be Becky Lynch is gonna return and possibly it'll be stupid, but they'll do it.
Why would you do that?
Because she's fresh off a pregnancy. It's like that.
Yeah, I know, but the problem is you don't know how her body is right now, because it doesn't take at least a couple of months for a woman's body to
Well, yeah.
What's the name from pregnancy? I mean, obviously we're not women, so we don't know. But
I'm
sure if Amanda watches, she'll be able to help us out more with this.
I honestly, I don't know, man. I kind of been enjoying a Becky Lynch free.
I've been enjoying it too. I got tired of it. I love Becky Lynch, but I got tired of it.
I am bored of the man. The man was starting to really annoy me. The man.
Yeah, it got old. It was like, okay, we get it now. I'm over Asuka with the belt. We need someone new with the World Women's title, though. That I will say.
Okay, but who do you give it to, though? That's the question.
The belt is kind of boring, too.
You have an interesting swerve, but they're not going to do it if you have Bianca Belair win and challenge for the Raw belt.
That would be sweet. I would actually like to see it.
You see, that was what they should do, but no, they're not going to do that.
All right, so I guess I should do. Let
me ask you this thing. All right, let's just say for shits and giggles, they did do that. Who would you have face Sasha then?
Asuka?
No, who'd you have face Sasha?
Sasha?
That's the only thing. Yeah, there's nobody.
Oh, let's see. Maybe Natty
Natty.
Talia, or
I could probably, depending on
not Carmella again.
Problem with Natty is they don't invest in Natty, which sucks.
They don't invest in Natty.
That's why I wouldn't pick her as a wild card. They don't invest in her.
Give Billy Kay a run.
Yeah, how do you?
Give Billy Kay a run.
She's having a better run right now than Peyton is, despite the fact everybody thought Peyton was going to get the push.
Didn't I? Again, can we go relive this? Haven't I been saying all along that Billy is the better talent than Peyton? Haven't I been saying that the whole time? And
I've always liked Billy over Peyton.
She's the better talent. She's the better talent. She's better rounded. The reason I are more invested in Peyton over Billy are people take the Peyton worse, they find her more attractive.
Yeah, I know, which is stupid. I thought we was out of that era of where people were getting pushes based on looks for the females.
By the way, guys, I didn't really get to do my picks yet.
Do your picks. Do them. Do him.
Well, I mean, it's tough for me. Like, I think I'm gonna still go with Cesaro, Bryan, and not in any order, Nakamura. Do I have to do 5 or
You can do
Styles?
it however you want.
Well, yeah, that's what I did. Mine's different from Chuck, so yeah, you
Or
can do as
maybe
many as
Orton.
you wasn't.
Orton or even Edge.
Edge and Orton are up there. I do think actually I'd be okay with. You know what it is, and it's the bias in me. I really want a guy who hasn't won it to win it, and push like a modern like relative title. Like I'm fine with the nostalgia of WrestleMania, but give a guy who's like there all the time and killing it the opportunity for a title too.
Like Ziggler, but
Yeah.
that's not going to happen.
Apparently they love Ziggler. Ziggler chooses not to be a champion, apparently, but that's
He chooses. I think he's been.
Well,
won.
I mean, technically he is right now. I mean, he is
Yeah,
a
he
champion right now.
no, but I'm saying the world champion. It's not his one run. Like apparently, no. Apparently, I've heard
I'm
rumors
surprised at that because I mean he's been there so long. Why wouldn't he want to be back in that position?
Well, apparently he wants to do other. He has other outside interests, and apparently in real life, I heard that
like his comedy show and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but I also heard backstage in real life, like Dolph is one of Vince's golden boys. Like Dolph can do whatever he wants.
Well, he's been there long enough. I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
no, apparently, like
he puts
like
on great matches too. So
apparently, like behind the scenes, he's like one of Vince's. You know how like everybody like at jobs has their favorites. Apparently, Dolph is like one of Vince's personal favorites in that company. That's what I've heard. That's why he gets to do what he does, and he chooses to do a lot of that stuff. Like, I think there's a part of Dolph Ziggler, like, yeah, he wants to do, but I think there's a part of him that likes doing like some of the other weird stuff because he sees the potential in it.
Yeah.
Like that's why when he was on Raw for that short time, he was just on Raw Underground. He didn't do anything else, and he was barely part of anything. But he was having cool shoot matches on Raw Underground, and I think that was his choice. He was like, I kind of want to have some shoot matches. Why the hell not? I get it.
I mean, the man's Grand Slam champion. He's a Hall of Famer. Like the only thing really would be left for him to do maybe get like one WWE title run in before his career's over. He's done basically everything else.
Oh, you guys are also missing one major thing within the Royal Rumble and that whole thing.
What?
The Miz still has the Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah, true.
That could still get worked in somehow.
Don't get me started on that travesty. Do not even get me started on that travesty.
Why? What's wrong with that
travesty? The Miz should get the belt back.
The Miz Bills needs a title run.
Let me ask you this. Since it was Jomo who cashed in, you think the Miz would have been like, oh, if the Miz would have won the match, you think the Miz would have been like, oh, well, I guess I gotta give the title back to McIntyre because it was Jomo who cashed in? Hell no. So therefore, he shouldn't be having the contract back right now.
He has it back because he didn't cash it in.
Okay, but I'm sure if he would have won the match, he would have gave up the WWE Championship since Jomo cashed it in, right? Because the Miz is an honorable person like that.
But they would have manipulated it where the Miz would have confided in John Morrison and said, "Yeah, it was okay on your behalf."
I know that. Don't even give me that's stupid, but it don't matter anyway. He probably will fail again when he tries to cash in. But anyway.
Or he's actually going to win the belt, and you're going to be blowing a gasket because you hate.
I would love to see him win the belt. I want a Miz as the 2-time champion.
The Miz is such a great heel. He's such a great champion.
Yeah, I mean, if he comes back from his jaw injury.
Fun fact: my favorite WrestleMania main event ever was WrestleMania 27, where the Miz cleanly beat John Cena for the title.
What the hell match was you watching? What the hell match was you watching?
I watched.
Cleanly my ass.
Yeah, you remember that match, right? John Cena, The Miz, WrestleMania 27.
So we're just going to totally ignore
where the Miz pinned John Cena clean.
Yeah, okay. So we're just going to totally ignore the fact that The Rock gave the Rock bottom to John Cena prior to the Miz getting that pinfall.
The
Rock did interfere. I remember.
I don't recall that.
Yeah, of course.
I don't recall.
Of course, you don't.
I remember a clean skull crushing finale finish.
Right.
Since it's not there anymore, what was the main event of 24?
24 was Undertaker Edge for the title.
Yeah.
Oh man, bring the damn thing back.
The only reason they don't have it is because of the whole lawsuit with Floyd Mayweather. That's the only reason.
Why is there even a lawsuit?
I don't know. I forget what the.
Because I think apparently Mayweather didn't have permission to use that thing.
Floyd Mayweather. I forget the exact lawsuit, but it's
Mayweather didn't have. I guess Mayweather did not have permission to use the freaking "I get money" thing. That's why. If that's the case, just do what you did with freaking Aries and Neville's match. Just take it off. That's all. Don't get rid of the whole entire card because of
No,
one
I think
match.
it's more. I think
Wait,
it's more.
why did
Rod,
they
I think
get
it's more
rid of
than that.
Aries and Neville's match?
You didn't hear about that? Like if you
No.
get the WrestleMania, I think like what was it like 37? I think it was like.
Did you say 37? That hasn't happened yet.
No, no, WrestleMania freaking 34, I think.
Wasn't that like a pre-show match?
Yeah, that match got taken off the DVD.
Why?
It could
I
have
have
been
no
34.
idea. Yeah,
That could have been 34. That was 2018. It has to be like 33 or 32.
Yeah, okay, yeah, 33. I think it
Because Enzo,
was.
because Neville was gone before it. Neville and Aries were gone before Enzo, and Enzo was gone by 34.
All right, so yeah, 33, WrestleMania 30. Yeah, I couldn't think of which one. My fault. But yeah, they took that match off the card. Aries was pissed about it.
Why did they take the match off the card?
I have no idea, but like since the match got taken off the card, he didn't get royalties for that match.
Yeah, that's
on
crap.
it, so,
That's probably why he
yeah.
quit. Because why would you stick around for that? That's bullshit.
I have a question for you since you brought up his name, even though, and this is where attention wrestling disorder gets where it gets.
Oh yes.
Why is Aries? Where is Aries right now? Where's he
I
wrestling?
don't know. I have not seen or heard from him since he pulled that little stunt at Bound for Glory a couple of years ago.
Yeah, wasn't his last thing Impact?
He was last in Impact. Right?
Basically, So basically, after Morrison won the title from him, and Morrison his Starship Pain got the 1, 2, 3. Aries got right back up like it was nothing.
Oh, that's right. He did beat.
And he
right.
flipped off Don Callis as he was leaving. So and that was the last I heard of him. And even like Carrier and even like Cross and Moose was looking at him like, what the hell's going on right now? No one knew what was going on.
What was I gonna say? Wasn't he in MLW for a little bit?
Was he? I can't remember. He wasn't. No.
A little while ago. I don't know if he's still there. Obviously, I don't follow MLW, but I think I read that he was in MLW.
Well, I know he's not there. I haven't seen him, so.
Yeah, apparently Savio Vega's there though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that travesty.
What's wrong with Savio Vega?
No, what happened to him was a travesty. Wednesday.
That was funny. It was funny.
Oh, I am a travesty.
I'm gonna watch it later before I go to bed.
It was funny.
I need to watch Savio Vega. I'm a Savio Mark.
That sounds like that's so Richard Holiday too.
Oh my
I love
God.
Richard Holiday. I've decided, guys, if I was ever a pro wrestler, my gimmick would be a hybrid of Elias and Richard Holiday in one gimmick.
Oh my God.
Rarefied air?
The coffee and the guitar playing. I'd find a way to work them both.
Speaking of Elias, him and Riker got like a nice win over Jeff Hardy and Ricochet on a main event.
Yeah, I saw that.
No one put Elias in any prediction. So do you think Elias will ever win a Royal Rumble ever?
No.
Probably not.
And I love Elias too. I think Elias is really underrated.
He's no shame. There are a lot of greats who have never won the Royal Rumble.
There's a lot of greats that never won the Royal Rumble. There's a lot of greats that will never win the Royal Rumble. I really hope Bryan wins it though this year. Him or Cesaro. Like I'd be happy if Nakamura won it too, just because I've heard rumors that they're trying to, recreate like 3 years ago with him, but do it right this time.
Yeah, as long as you don't have an annoying fan going whoa off key, because that annoyed me.
Oh my God.
Oh, wait until the fans come back. You know it's coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah. So that's how you got. Yeah.
It's coming back.
So the first official match for like NXT Takeover Valentine's Day, as I'm calling it, is gonna be Io Shirai defending the NXT Women's title against both Toni Storm and Mercedes Martinez.
Dude, I'm almost more to Takeover than I am the Royal Rumble. Like that match is gonna be fire.
I would love to see Toni Storm with the title.
So do I. I love it. I think Toni Storm's awesome.
I would love to see Toni Storm.
Yeah, that too. Juice Robinson's a lucky dude. But that's another story for another time.
Dude.
Oh, Juice Robinson's dating Toni Storm?
Yep.
I have a feeling if his New Japan deal runs out, he'll probably sign with WWE if they offer him the right deal, because apparently WWE is interested in him again.
Are they interested in CJ Parker or Juice Robinson though?
I heard Juice Robinson.
I'm going to hopefully assume it's Juice Robinson.
We'll see. I get what you're saying. We'll see.
Will they let him keep the name he has now?
All right, so since we're on this subject, all right, so what are the odds that we see Jay White tomorrow?
Like a 50-50 shot.
I mean, you guys think Priest is going to be in the Rumble.
I think
more
Priest
likely,
is gonna,
like
yeah, I think Priest is gonna be an entrant.
You
You'd be
haven't seen him
surprised.
since he lost the cross. He's more likely the same with Ripley. You haven't seen her since the last woman standing man. So they
You
definitely
think
probably gonna be in
Ripley's gonna
there.
go to the main roster?
White, no. I think they would do an NXT deal. That's why I'm kind of like,
It depends.
Jay White probably not. I think Damian Priest is going to the main roster. I wouldn't be surprised if he came in. That's how he joins the main roster, is by doing that. He'll probably do the Rumble, and then he'll probably do either Raw or SmackDown. Probably more likely SmackDown, just based on like his character and the way they're doing stuff.
All right, surprise Royal Rumble entrance.
Oh, definitely Bray Wyatt. I
imagine this. Imagine this right now, right? Just imagine this right now.
Okay.
Melina's in the ring, right? The countdown goes off to 0, right? And out pops Talia Valkyrie.
That would be sweet.
That would be cool.
Oh, unless your name is John Morrison. And then you got your current wifey and your freaking ex in the ring at the same time.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, you think Melina's going to show up?
She might be a surprise entrant.
Melina might be a surprise entrant. I've heard rumors that Carlito might be one.
Like I said, cool. I can see Talia Valkyrie being a surprise entrant if WWE is assigning her.
Tessa Blanchard.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Well,
why
that
not,
could go 50-50. Really? There's a reason why you haven't seen it on TV for the longest time.
No, I know, but
again, this is WWE. The WWE lives by the freaking Eric Bischoff policy of controversy creates cash flow.
Why didn't they give her a contract a long time ago? I mean, they dropped the ball with Blanchard before she went to Impact. But
I heard it had to do with just how she treats people backstage. She was
very and plus and plus the whole her and Ricochet breakup was horrible. Like I heard it was a horrible breakup on both ends.
Well, she's married to someone else now.
Daga.
Who's a very mediocre wrestler at best.
Well, he's not even doing anything right now.
No, he's not. He's out of Impact now too. So
everybody's out of Impact because Impact sucks and it's crap. It's the worst writing I've ever seen on wrestling. It's a joke.
Stop hating,
dude. Again, there are some good wrestlers there.
Yeah, they have some good talent with horrible writing behind them. It makes it hard to watch.
Writing is garbage, but.
Right, I tried to watch it the other night. I tried to watch the Matt Cardona match. The match was okay.
I liked the Eddie Edwards Myers match. I mean, he bit him in the head. I mean, it's kind of funny where he was already bandaged, so it's like, oh, you wonder if that was, if he set that up.
And then they had that lame backstage shot where all of a sudden Brian Myers hates Matt Cardona and he's Bad Mood Kurt. Like, what the hell writing is that? That's garbage.
Brian, it was funny. It was funny.
Not funny. It was stupid.
I like that whole line. Oh, you get my Genetti.
No, I personally would not mind seeing a Myers versus Cardona feud at Impact because they would do it right.
I hope so.
It wouldn't be like a WWE where like freaking Cardona wins like 98 out of 100 times.
You know what I would love to see? I would love to see that. I would actually try and watch that feud on Impact. I'd probably not watch anything else.
I'm enjoying the fact that Myers is winning matches more so now.
Yeah, right? Because he's probably won more matches in 1 month of Impact than he did like his whole entire last like 3 years in WWE.
By the way, where's Heath?
He's still injured. From Bound for Glory, yeah.
Oh, you know what would be a good entrant? Maybe they'll finally have Samoa Joe back in the ring.
I would love that, please. I'm done with Samoa Joe on commentary. I'm done with it.
I want to see him on commentary.
Is he still like not medically cleared, or what's the situation?
I don't know. I'm assuming he's not medically cleared. That's why he's doing the commentary. They don't know what to do with him yet. I can either think that it's either he's not cleared yet, or they creatively don't know what to do with him, so they leave him on commentary because they like him there.
Don't know what to do with him. Give him the damn title.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, if he's not medically cleared, so
they're not going to do that. You know who I want to be a surprise entrant, even though he's killing it in Japan? Phantasmo. I want Phantasmo one-off tomorrow.
What makes you think he's
not? He's not actually. I just love Phantasmo.
That would never happen because he's like. It seems like he's like really loyal to New Japan right now.
And he's fucking killing it in New Japan right now. He's killing
commentary now.
Oh, he's great on commentary. He's single-handedly the reason I switched over to English commentary.
If he's not the new leader of the Bullet Club, I don't know what the hell they're doing.
No, I ain't gonna make
It'll
him
be
lead over
stupid if they
evil.
have an actual, because like I feel like they're teasing Kenta as it. We don't know who the real one should be just based on longevity and like actual story. We all know that Tama Tonga should be the leader, but he will
He
never
should. I mean, actually, I don't see why he should. They don't do it that way. I mean, did you hear what he had to say about like? He was kind of pissed that Omega was wearing the Bullet Club.
Oh, he was, and he also said. Actually, he said in an interview recently, he wants he wants to collaborate with WWE.
Good luck with that.
And he actually hated on Impact. It was like, no one gives a fuck about Impact. He was such a savage.
Because he's a douche, but good luck with that.
Because Rod loves Tama Tonga. That's Rod's a Tama Tonga guy. I don't know if you do that.
Yeah, no. But anyway, but my personal feelings about that piece of garbage aside, you honestly think you're going to get a collaboration with WWE as long as Vince running the show? Good luck with that.
Apparently, there was a shady.
It's the same guy that thinks that
again after the '90s,
better find out his competition.
After that shady deal that he had with New Japan in the late '80s and the early '90s, I don't think you're really going to have a working relationship with New Japan. And
exactly. Well, not until like Triple H takes over. Yeah, you think Vince honestly wants to work with these other companies?
You know when you're going to get your crossover again when Vince retires and Triple H takes over, and then New Japan and NXT take what's it called? They do NXT Japan. It's a partnership with New Japan.
They could do NXT Japan now.
They should, but
or NXT Asia or something.
Well, they're getting ready to do NXT India, so.
Well, yeah, I know that. I think NXT Asia would be cooler because you'd have more than different, all types of different wrestlers. China, Egypt. If you do it like continent based instead of just country based.
Oh, and while we're on the subject of like big events coming up, let's not forget this Wednesday's Beach Blast.
Oh yeah, Beach Blast. Yeah.
Yes, that's next. That's the 3rd.
Yep, that's this upcoming Wednesday.
But what do you think of that? I mean, if they do like NXT India, or if they expanded that, where you could have like Japanese wrestlers, Indian wrestlers.
I mean, I'd be into that, but it'd have to be done right.
Yeah.
I mean, have
plus, you like
Mahal as the
have
champ.
to find a time spot for it, unless you're gonna have it on Thursdays, the same day as NXT UK, which would be pretty cool.
So, what was that? I'm sorry, I got thrown up for a second.
No, I'm saying like if you find a time spot for it and you have it like on Thursdays, like the same as NXT UK, that'd be cool.
The only problem with that is it's Japan, so you really can't do that because the live events are going to be 13 hours ahead. Like New Japan's are now, it'd be the same thing as New Japan. If they did NXT Japan, because they're 13 hours ahead of us. So like, if it's 7 p.m.
Yeah, I guess you would have to do it like the way they do with WWE main event. Then just put it on at a certain time. But
right, they would have, or they would tape, or they'd have to tape them. Yeah, they'd have to tape them. They couldn't do them live. They would have to tape them. But yeah. No, I'd be into that. I'd be into an NXT Japan. I know they're trying to do NXT India, which I'm excited for. I thought Ring Ka King actually had cool potential back in the day, but
yeah,
it didn't last long. It's funny too because a lot of like the Indian guys in WWE were part of Ring Ka King. I didn't realize that Arya Daivari was part of Ring Ka King until like.
Well, I thought he was part of Ring. Who started? What's his name in Ring Ka King?
Chavo was over there. Aldous was over there.
What about Sanj DeWitt?
Sanjay Dutt.
Sanjay Dutt was there.
Yeah. Shira was there for a while.
Bahali Shara was part of that. The Bollywood Boys, I found out, were part of that.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Well, fact, they were actually the first ever GFW tag team champions.
The Bollywood Boys.
Yeah.
A lot of guys.
And funny too, because if I'm correct, I believe they beat the Good Brothers in the finals, the Windows belts.
Interesting.
All right, so why don't we put a pin in all this for now? And also, I think what I want to do, and I think we should do, we're going to do, or Rod, if you're up for it, because I was talking to Chuck about it, Royal Rumble watch party, man.
Oh, tomorrow? I mean,
we'll do it Facebook because we won't have time constraints necessarily.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we
and
should
also
take it to
the other
Facebook
thing is you can't
Live,
record
man.
stuff, but we'll do a group and we'll do it on Facebook. We'll just be on our phones
and maybe if anybody wants to, join.
Yeah,
in,
what I'll do is
yeah.
I'll message you guys after we do this, and I'll create another group on top of this,
All right.
and we'll do Rumble Watch Party.
So you're probably going to see this right leading up to tomorrow's Royal Rumble. That way we can you guys can get ready and come watch with us, and we'll go from there. And
yeah,
you know what, man? In YouTube, rate, review, subscribe, and also leave comments on who you think the pick should be for the Royal Rumble.
Who are your predictions? We love to hear from. We love to hear who you think is going to win, women.
Absolutely, all matches too. Whatever you guys think, we want to hear what you think.
Surprise entrants, yes. Who you think the surprise entrants are going to be and everything? Let us know.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah. So
give us let us know what you think. All right. So I guess we'll I mean, I think we're good unless you guys, Rod or Chuck's got anything else to say.
Nothing else to say, but I will say
this. Enjoy, hey, get ready for the road to WrestleMania tomorrow. One of the most exciting times of the year for a wrestling fan. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Well, what do we have? No Mercy in between?
Elimination Chamber, and possibly Fastlane.
Yeah, Fastlane's usually the one between.
No, it's Elimination Chamber.
Oh, Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, Elimination Chamber.
I'm trying to think. If Elimination Chamber is in March, shouldn't they have one for February? I think February might be Fastlane.
Oh yeah, it's Fastlane, Elimination Chamber, Mania probably. Yeah, you're probably
right. Remember last year, Elimination Chamber was like the last WWE event in which they had like a full packed audience before
Shit, we're going a fucking year already with no fucking audience. I'm getting pissed. Right? But actually, unrelated to anything, before we wrap this up, I will say this: I don't know how it's going in other states right now, but something was just passed starting in March. Private events are now 150 people capacity in New York State, as long as you can prove COVID negative test or proof of the vaccine. I'm assuming they're going to start doing that with events, so I'm assuming events will start opening up a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get tickets because it's going to be 150.
Oh yeah. You got to like pay the king's ransom. Yeah. Could you it's trying to have people for WrestleMania? You only imagine how much those tickets are going to go for. The king's ransom.
Yeah, well, they're saying that they're trying to get like a small capacity for Mania of actual audience, but I think what they're going to probably do is if what I'm thinking is accurate, it'll probably be what New York does, where you're going to have to probably prove a negative COVID test for X amount of time before the event, and also. Or you're going to have to prove that you have the vaccine. I think you're going to see a lot of that once things start to open up.
The vaccine's not going to be available to every single person yet.
Not right now, yeah.
Well,
right
that's
now,
why they're not really doing a lot of it, and they're doing very stifled with. I'm saying with time. I'm not saying right away, but I'm saying with time.
Because I think like first responders to senior citizens are like the first ones who are really getting the vaccine, and then you're going from there.
Right. I mean, it's first responders, healthcare workers. They're starting now to branch out a little bit, like people with certain physical underlying conditions can get it now and things like that, but it's still it depends on your line of work. If you're a teacher, you can get it. If you're a cop, you're eligible.
Like if hospital worker, you get it.
And any health, if you're pretty much if you're a healthcare worker and you have any interaction with a patient, you're eligible. That's why I was able to get mine so quick, because I'm working front desk now, so I was able to, because I'm dealing with patients directly every day. But yeah.
Yes, but all right. So, I mean,
so fellas, cool I will see you guys tomorrow for the Royal Rumble watch party.
We'll see you guys tomorrow for the Rumble. If you guys want in on this Rumble watch party, message me or
message any of us,
the Jay or the Rod, and we'll get you in. We'll all chat. We'll watch some wrestling. We'll party. We'll do some fun. We'll keep it safe, and we'll see what happens.
What time does it start? 7?
6:30 is the pre-show, right?
6:30 pre-show. All right, so we're gonna start off with the pre-show at 6:30, and we're just gonna go into it from there.
All right, so everyone out, the fans of Attention Wrestling Disorder, have a good night. Stay safe.
Enjoy the reap and stay too sweet.
Later.
Let's get ready for the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Boom.